It do. Not the bottle. What it do? Hey, welcome to Word of Mouth Podcast with Nate and Shelby while she look for a cup. What it do, people? Oh my God, it is another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Man, we're so glad to be back on mic, kicking it, enjoying it, loving what we do
Hold on a second.
while she's looking for a cup. I just want to talk to you all and tell you, man, thank you so much for all of you all that have tuned in, have commented, have just been listening to the podcast. It means so much to both of us. Continue to like, share, talk about it, comment, whatever you choose to do, man. We just love doing what we do, keeping it honest, keeping it open, keeping it transparent, and really giving that in which we give with the word of God, also in a true, honest, open fashion. So she did
Yes.
find a cup. She is good.
I'm all set now.
Yes.
I'm
and
ready.
we are back. What up, Shelby?
Nothing much.
She got her cup, so she good. So listen, today
Today is the day.
we're gonna talk about, and we always say juicy, but this one is real juicy and
Touchy.
touchy.
Again,
Good word.
we like those touchy things.
Yeah, all the time.
Yes.
So this one we're gonna chit chat about why are women and men hesitant to speak, talk, interact, give a compliment, hug, say hello. Why are we hesitant nowadays compared to how we used to be back in the day? Is that a good way of saying it? Like it's a little different now when men are giving compliments to women. Sometimes we can give a compliment and a woman can take it in a negative way and say, "Hey, don't say that to me. Since you said I'm beautiful, then I'm gonna, look at you different, or call you a creep, or call you a creeper, or whatever it may have you." And all the man is doing is just saying, "Hey, you're beautiful." So, Shelby, I got questions.
You always do.
I do.
I
You're
got
a woman.
answers.
You're a woman, so we're gonna dig into it. Have you ever just been somewhere and wait till y'all do video, man, because Shelby's beautiful. I promise she's beautiful.
I got the pigtails going on today. I don't know how beautiful I am.
Man, she's doing it.
Kind of a mess.
So when you're in the store or anywhere in life, and the opposite sex makes a comment to you, whether it's a compliment or just an advance of saying hello, do you take it in a disrespectful way? Is it derogatory? Is it negative? Is it mean? Or do you just say thank you?
I have always been the kind that I appreciate it. Because I think any kind of initial compliment is just that. Now, if it goes beyond that, then there might be a problem.
What do you mean by beyond that?
Well, if they continue to overdo things, or if they go left with what they're saying, then yes, I'm not up for that.
Okay, so I'm a man.
Obviously, yes.
My question is, because I want to speak about the go left. So if I walk up to a woman and I say, "Hey, how are you today? You're beautiful." Is that left or right?
I think that's right. I think that's fine. Now, if I was going to be particular, I would say the "Hey, how are you?" and then stop and then say, "I just want you to know that you're a beautiful woman." But I'm not going to tell you how to talk to people because that's ridiculous. You can't sit there and mull over every thought that goes through your head and how you're going to express it to someone.
I thank you for saying that. I agree with that because a lot of people don't know how to approach. And sometimes their approach can be rude because they never knew how to approach people, period.
Right.
So working in, I'd say just working with people,
Right.
you learn how to approach people. But what if they are not social people
Well, if you're not social,
and they
it's
want to give a compliment, but
very
they're not social?
difficult to do that because you got to have the cojones to do it. And if that's
Good
just
word.
not in your makeup, it's going to be really hard. So I think for those who are kind of shy, eventually you're just going to have to bite the bullet. And I used to be a really shy person, like extremely
Who?
me.
Who?
The one you're looking at right
No,
now.
not
I know.
you.
Isn't that
No.
amazing?
Where?
Oh,
Shy
yeah.
where?
I was.
Nah.
But something snapped. I don't know.
I ain't never saw a shy bone in you. Never shy.
But yeah, I used to be. So I get it. I can totally identify with that. But I know that there was a time, I think it must have been high school or college, and there was someone I was interested in, and I had been like working myself up for months and months and months. And finally it was like, I'm just going to bite the bullet. And honestly, I can't even remember if it worked out in my favor or not, but, yeah, you're eventually, if you want it that bad, if you like that person that badly, you're going to have to, if they're not interacting with you, you got to get to that place. And how are you going to get to that place if you won't even take this first step?
Wow. I wasn't even, like, I'm going to really talk about that with women because I didn't even know that women feel that they can be comfortable enough to talk or even approach a man. I thought that women wait for men to approach them first. Maybe
You
I
did
lived
not
up under
think
a
that
rock.
because you're looking at me and you know that I wouldn't. Wait.
No, I mean, definitely not you. But, like, do women wait for men to make the first move?
You tell me they do.
I mean,
I can only speak for myself. I would love for men to make the first move, but because of my position in life and the way my life has worked out, I have heard I tend to be an intimidating person. And so therefore, I've heard a lot of men won't approach me because I'm intimidating. So that was another reason why I kind of had to break out of that shell, because if no one's going to approach me, I'm not going to sit there and be a wallflower.
wow. Ladies, I need a big comment on this one because she said something that I've heard a lot of women say, that they're intimidating to approach. And men, I've talked to a lot of men. Men have said that, nah, I don't want to approach her because she look like she'll bite my head off, or she look like, she got nuts too.
I do have a resting bitch.
Right. So
Little bit.
it's like, well, should I approach her? Should I even say anything? Or I'm gonna just keep walking?
But I also have a really great smile, and if you even get anywhere interacting with me, I generally smile right off the bat. But
So the RBF is true, right?
oh yeah,
When do we cut through the RBF? I mean, is it because
well,
we're
there's sometimes
scared?
I don't know, because there's some. I mean, if I think you can tell when a man's like eyeing you, right? And if there's nothing that's going to happen there, then you're probably going to keep getting my RBF
Okay.
to keep you at that distance.
So as we open this up, you said you can tell when a man is eyeing you, right? Is that what you said?
If they're, yeah, for the most part, yes, unless they're super shy.
So you do know that that's where men kind of pull back because we're immediately called creepers. Because if I
I
see
get
you
that.
walk down aisle 4 and I'm like, whoo, 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 and I'm gonna go down aisle 4.
But you're just thinking that in your head. You're not actually doing that. You're not like making
No, I'm not
that.
making it.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
But in my head, I'm
yes,
like,
in your head. I just, because there are some men that will, actually do that.
oh, make the
and
sounds
yes,
and everything.
and that's.
Oh, so that's taking it overboard. Okay, so if I saw you,
I'm
walk
not saying
down,
it's taking it overboard, but I just was watching TikTok. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was a TikTok about catcalling yesterday. Okay.
cat calling.
Now, back in the day, catcalling happened all the time.
Yeah.
And as a woman, I can say there's times that I appreciated it, and there were times that I was like, I don't want to say bad words to you. Are you going to get pointed out with the wrong finger? but, but so I think it's hit or miss. It just depends on the attitude of the person.
Of the other
that
person?
day.
Oh my God. Okay, so I know we've opened up a lot of stuff right there. So let's talk about the cat calling first. What do you consider a cat call from a man? Hootie hoo.
No, that's a cartoon call.
Facts.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Do men even do that anymore? Like they used to yell out their car and stuff like that.
Well, until we heard that TLC song, No Scrubs,
No
we
scrubs.
stopped. We don't yell out cars anymore, especially if we're in the passenger side of his best friend.
Right.
So we don't do the cars anymore. But if we do yell out the car or we see someone, I think it's more of the look instead of the saying something. If I'm looking at you and my head is
Keeps
following you,
going.
right,
Uh-huh.
that's our cat call now. Because
Oh.
we don't say anything no more because I think women start taking it as disrespectful. Like, hey girl, hey girl. Yeah, they don't like that.
Yeah, well, that's just kind of cheesy.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, hey baby.
Yeah.
You walk past the construction site.
Well, I don't even know if it's construction anymore. I don't know that. I mean, I think that's a generalization.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You know, it's kind of a fine line. But I think that when I talk to people now and talk to men now, and they say that they don't think they can approach any woman or they can't give her a compliment or whatever, even if it's just a genuine compliment, that is a sad statement to me. And then we've got the women who say, well, there aren't any men that approach me, the single women, you know, trying to find someone. And they're saying, well, no one will approach me or men don't hit on me or whatever. Well, yeah, because society has created that.
Absolutely.
By not allowing men to give you a compliment. There are such things as genuine compliments that don't have any sexual innuendo or any kind of other connotation.
Say it again.
And we've turned, I think, all of it into it's a pursuit, it's a sexual advance, it's whatever. And that has tainted and divided men and women.
100%. 100%.
So
a lot of men,
to me, that's sad.
A lot of men now, we think that women are masculine. You know why? Because they don't want to be approached. They have the RBF.
Or they are the ones approaching because the tables have turned.
That's very true. Now that's opening the box too because go ahead.
Well, you and I have talked about that even on a podcast. I think about me personally. I don't want to be in charge of the relationship, but I will make the first contact if I'm interested because, like I said before, I have been told that I am intimidating.
So when you make the first contact, do you think that kills the intimidation for the man?
No, but it at least lets them know that I'm interested. And if they're interested, they can reciprocate.
Some men, and I'm going to tell you why. Some men will feel that they got to have some type of cojones and identity for themselves. And I say that to say, if you make the first move and you approach a man in a way where you're interested, yeah, if he don't know how to respond, you just pushed him away.
Mm.
That's for some men because some men have been put in a box where I've already been denied in this way. I've already been made to feel like I'm a pervert, creep, whatever may have you. So I'm just not going to say anything.
But even if the woman comes to you first?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because at that point.
Well, I guess, I mean, I could be setting you up for something.
True. That's why.
I
And we
don't do
can
that. That's not me, but there are probably women out there that do that.
that's why. And I think it's all an attack from the enemy,
Yeah.
everything that we're saying, because why are we so afraid to have a conversation with a woman, but also we're afraid, okay, is she gonna, set me up? Is she judging me? Is she, comparing me to this and that? Like, we have so many apprehensions.
So how are we ever going to fix that? How are we ever going to get past that?
Talking
How are we ever
about
going to
it.
get past that?
Talking about it, especially at this level, we're talking about it now because we want to
Fix it.
fix it, make more conversation about it. At least men want to have a stance. We want to say, hey, it's okay to say you're beautiful without you looking at me different. It's okay to say, hey, ma'am, I just want to get the door for you without you looking at me different. I'll share with you. I think I
That's
should
the
on the
other thing.
podcast.
See, we have like chivalry. We've killed it.
100. Oh my God, 100%. I feel like I'm the worst person in the world at times when I even teach my kids. Chivalry is real. My son knows what to do for his mom, for his sisters,
Right.
but my daughters know if dad's there, he's going to do that regardless. But they're thinking, well, hopefully my future husbands or
Yeah.
boyfriends or whatever, they'll do the same thing. What happens when they don't?
Well, at least they have an example because there's a lot that don't.
True. So this is where it gets touchy, and I'm kind of leaning toward what you said, man. What is it ever gonna be a solution for this?
And I just want to say, I've had terrible things said to me. I have had terrible things said to me.
In person?
Yeah.
'Cause we ain't talking about social media yet. We're gonna talk about that.
No, in person. Yelled across parking lots and things. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh.
That's disrespectful, though.
Absolutely. And that's where the creeper thing is a problem. But we can't pigeonhole every single party of the opposite sex and say that they're all like that.
You're right. I see what you're saying. So you're basically, if I'm understanding correctly, you're saying to women, every man is not the guy that hollered out the derogatory statements.
I'll bend you over your car.
That part. Every man is not like that.
No. Thank you, Jesus. Every man is not like that.
Amen. Amen. But how do you know?
You don't. But I think that I do think we have to get into the space of accepting compliments. We have to get into the space of giving compliments. We have to, that are genuine and are not for anything other than giving a genuine compliment.
What's a genuine compliment?
Well, if, like you said, if you think a woman's beautiful or whatever, I don't see the problem in saying that to her. I don't.
I need women to
Me
respond.
personally, I don't. Yes, please do. Because if I might be the weirdo in the whole situation.
Because some women will take that so negative and be like, either you're flirting with me or you want to get in my pants or something to that sort. And I just said that you're beautiful. Like, can I give you scripture? Do I have to give in Proverbs?
When you
the
give a
Bible
compliment,
says,
Can I give you a scripture real quick?
And wonderfully made. And give you where it is, what chapter, what verse, for you to accept it. Like, that's sad to say.
It is. I think it's very sad.
But that's where we are.
Yeah. And I think, the media is such
don't say it.
Anyways.
Yeah.
You guys get the idea of what I'm going to say. Yeah. And we have allowed them to completely program us and talk us into things that maybe are not fully true.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot of women and men who have been through a lot of in their lives, and I am not discounting that at all.
Right.
I have experienced the other side of it, and it ain't pretty, and it shouldn't be okay at all. But I would like to think that the majority of people out there are decent human beings. Mm-hmm. And we don't need to be afraid of each other all the time. God did not give us a spirit of fear. We just talked about that off mic.
Yes.
But a spirit of power and of love and of a sound mind. If we, especially as believers, if we're walking through this life in a spirit of fear about everyone that's around us,
Then we're going to be isolated. We might as well go to a bubble.
not only that, but are you really relying on God? Are you really believing in Jesus? Because you're saying he can't cover you
Oh, that's good.
or that his word is null and void.
That's real good. That's real good. Wow. So,
And we are in hookup culture.
I'm sorry, what? What culture?
Hookup
Hookup
culture.
culture.
Yes.
We're going to circle back around to that in about 1 minute and 46 seconds.
Okay.
So are you saying that we don't have to be, as men, we don't have to be afraid no more, that we can take the step just to make a regular comment, healthy
I
comment?
can't make that decision for you, but I would like to encourage you to, because if people don't, we're just going to continue to, the divide gets further and further. But I also don't want anybody putting themselves out there and getting into trouble with it, because there's bad women just like there's bad men. I mean, it goes both ways.
Bad humans.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
But I would like to believe there are a lot fewer of those than there are good people in the world.
Okay.
I think that we're being trained that all people are bad. I think that we're being shown,
Come on.
and it's being promoted that all people are bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're out to get you, and they're out to do something, and they're whatever. Their intentions are horrible.
Wow.
But I would choose to believe that people are not that way.
You used a good word, trained. Ooh, that's good. So I said I was going to circle back around to that hookup culture.
Hookup culture?
Yeah.
This chick ain't no hookup chick, so
So so the culture that we're in right now is everybody's trying to hook up?
that's what I've heard. I'm not a hookup chick, so I can't tell you, but I've had plenty to offer.
Oh, okay. So because of this type of culture, everybody may be thinking, even from a compliment, that you're just trying to hook up with me.
Yeah.
So do we need to leave the culture and kind of create something
You
different?
think? Yeah, that would be a great thing for the human race to leave the hookup culture behind.
Get out the hookup.
Put it in the
culture.
rearview mirror. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And walk into what kind of culture?
Appreciating each other.
Healthy. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Understanding that person has the same needs and issues and crap that you do. And everybody's struggling in some manner,
Facts.
in some form or fashion, whether it's little or big or internal or, financially or whatever. We all have some kind of something we're fighting with, if not more than one.
And just treat people how you want to be treated.
The golden rule.
Boom.
What do you know?
So,
and I think we have to be open and honest about stuff. Like you and I don't have any problem with that. And anytime I'm approached by someone, I straight up, first thing I say is, I ain't a hookup chick. So if that's what you're looking for, you better pound sand, or we can be friends, but that you ain't getting anything. It ain't going nowhere.
I ain't a hookup chick. So you said up front in the door automatically so they can know up front.
Yeah.
Okay. And when is that comment made? After a man say, hey, how you doing?
If I'm picking up a vibe.
You're opening up more doors. So what kind of vibe do you pick up?
Well, if you keep talking about certain things and you're going in a certain direction, I'm going to be like, oh, okay, I get where you're going. Like, I don't do it right out the gate, but if I'm seeing signs, then I'm like, okay, I think what you're pursuing is something that ain't going to happen. So let me just let you know up front that it ain't going to happen.
What are those certain things that you'll pick up?
Well, there's lots of people that are pretty damn blunt about it, which we all know that I'm
Facts.
blunt about things too.
Yes.
And then there's just the constant comments about your body, constant comments about physical things, It's not just the initial kind compliment, it is more pursuant and it's more focused on
So let me give you an example.
sexuality.
Let me give you an example. So when I go to the gym,
Uh-huh.
the gym,
It's a dangerous place.
women in the gym don't wear hoodies and big jogging suits.
No.
They don't do that. Okay. So if I see something that is nice
Mm-hmm.
looking, and we can be both in the area lifting or whatever, and you know how women dress in the gym, it's inevitable that you're gonna see the body,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So how do you not pick up on that vibe of a male looking at a female body? Now, before you make the comment, I'll give a scripture. When God put man to sleep, he created this beautiful, amazing creation that men love. So how is it not possible for the man not to look at a woman's physique or figure or her body, period? Especially if it's showing body parts.
But the word talks about respect
Got it?
and loving the other person like Jesus loved the church.
Mm-hmm.
God loved the church. So there has to be respect involved. If you're being cringy and you're leering,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, don't do that.
So when you're in the gym, you're telling me that you can pick up if a person is being
Cringy?
cringy?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
The glance is extended. It's a constant. It's a focused look. It's sometimes even the face shows what is going on in the brain or the body.
Okay. Okay. So this is helping me because I have daughters.
Uh-huh.
And my youngest, she runs track. And these track shorts.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I'm thinking how men would think looking at my kid, my daughter, my baby girl. But she's just running track.
Gets your blood pumping, huh?
Facts.
As a daddy. Uh-huh.
But she's just running in a sport. So, or if she's, in a sports facility and she's working out or whatever, they're going to have on this particular stuff. So do I just snatch her out of it? Because every woman's going to be looked at in that way in that place.
Okay, I'm going to speak on that because if every woman is being looked at in that way, we are not raising our men correctly then.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Because there's a difference in looking and there's a difference in
gawking
and being cringy.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Look up cringy.
there's a whole lot of emphasis put on what women do and how women behave. And there are hoes out there, but it goes both ways. But we don't talk a lot about how we're raising. Sorry, his face. We don't talk about how we're raising our men, our boys, to respect women.
Right.
And that a woman should be able to wear what she wants without having to consider if she's safe or not.
And I struggled with that. I struggle with that, especially having daughters, because my youngest daughter, she right around the 12, 13, 14, we would go and get clothes from the mall and stuff like that. And I didn't see anything loose anymore.
Right.
Like everything became tight. So I was talking to her mom like, hey, I mean, I can go to the boys store and get her something, but I didn't want to snatch away her
Femininity.
Yeah. Like, so it's from this side, as a dad, I can see it. As a man, I'm saying now, when I go to the gym, I'm focusing on weights and getting up out of there. I don't want to make a comment to no one. I don't want to say anything to no one because anything can be taken in the wrong way.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. And it's like we're talking this, and that's why we're talking about this. It is a fine line.
It is.
There's always going to be cringy people. There's always going to be perverts and shitheads and on both
Yeah.
sides,
Yes.
hoes and bitches.
Yeah. All of them.
Let me just
All
clear
of
out all the language right now.
All of them.
And I'm not trying to offend anybody with my
Mhm.
language. I'm just being straight
No.
up so that we're all on the same page about it.
Honest, open,
Yes.
transparent.
There are always going to be people like that.
Mhm.
But we can't allow those people to poison the relationships between the rest of us
I agree.
because not everyone is like that.
True. True. I agree.
And there probably are certain places, like maybe the gym, that you shouldn't make comments because you're probably going to, open up a can of worms.
Well, I feel like it's kind of a one standard type of thing because a woman can make a compliment
I mean,
to a
double
man.
standard.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Double standard because a woman can make a compliment to a man at any given time and it's okay. Like
It is a double standard. I agree with you.
100%.
And women can touch men all the time. But if a man touched a woman, it'd be, oh, hell,
You preaching.
break loose. Yeah,
That's real. Like
absolutely.
100% real. That's
Absolutely.
real.
I see women put their hands on men all the time. And it's like, dang, if the tables were turned on that one. Wow.
Yeah. I'm taking a sip on this one.
Me too. Must have been juicy.
But why is it a double standard in that way? We can't say anything. We can't speak. We can't definitely don't touch. Men don't touch.
No.
Okay, don't touch. But all those different things. But then the flip side, man, it's like a free pass. I've had women
It
to
shouldn't
make
be. We need to relearn respect, obviously. Is that the thing? I mean, maybe we need to learn what respect is or relearn it.
across the board.
Yeah.
Across the board.
Because your hands should stay in your pockets.
Is there a mother out there teaching her daughter, hey, don't put your hands on a man's butt? Help me.
Oh, my daughter sure as hell better not be doing that.
I mean, not you, but do you think mothers are teaching their daughters that? Do you think mothers are saying to their daughters, hey, don't walk up and touch a man's chest or don't rub on his arms or, just, do you think a mother is
Okay,
telling
but
their
I
daughter
have
that?
to speak to that because in flirtation, and I think flirtation is innocent for the most part,
Mhm.
but there are certain signs that you give off when you're flirting with someone. And some of them would be, a casual touch on the arm or something like that. Right?
Yeah. 100%.
So then again, we're looking at it's a fine line. And you got to read the situation and the circumstance.
How do you read it? Like, I know how a man can read it.
Discernment.
We just pull back and don't say anything.
Right.
How do you read it?
Because we've trained you to do that. Not we. I'm just saying society has trained you to do that.
Society has done that. So now we're back at square one because men can't say anything. They ain't going to walk up and touch you.
And then women, if they pursue, they're being masculine.
We're back at square one.
Right. That's why we're talking about this, so we can figure out a plan.
Yeah, we got to come up with something. What about? Well, let's bring in the.
Everything has to be respectful. Everything.
Mhm.
Everything should be done in respect.
Yes,
There is nothing that should ever be done outside of respect.
but now this is where the debate will come in. Whatever
The
your
standards
level
of
of
respect.
yeah,
Right.
your level of respect may be different from someone else's.
That's true, but you won't know until you get there.
Absolutely.
And
So
as soon
then-
as that respect is stepped on and you have acknowledged it or it's been pointed out to you, then you have to stop. There is no question.
you would think people would stop,
Well,
but
you
then that's
sure as
where
hell better
entitlement
stop. You're
come
going to
in.
get your teeth kicked in. You
Absolutely.
get throat punched into next week.
And
And then
she
you
said it.
deserve that.
And she said it. But then you have entitlement that'll come in. You have now. I feel like I got to say something.
Well, there ain't nobody out there that should be
Disrespectful.
entitled to anything because you ain't.
Of
This world
course.
ain't going to give you a damn thing and you don't get to go out there and take it.
Come on. That
It doesn't belong to you.
she's speaking facts right now. I think we have hid behind what we've been trained to do in the social way. We've been trained this way now, that we're now relying more on the behind the scenes. It's always a text, inbox, DM me. Somebody said PM me one time. I was like, what is PM?
Private message.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know what that meant. I was like, PM. I thought that was, you got AM and PM. Okay. So
But
just,
okay, so I did online dating for quite some time.
Mhm.
And I would have to say that actually was kind of nice because you could weed through things.
Really?
Yes.
So I've actually been against it because, yeah, I don't know you online. That's why, and me and you talked about this. I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to do that because I don't know what's going to happen. Because you
Well,
can
you
put
can't
up-
necessarily trust what they put online. I mean, you
Right. We
can't-
see the
yeah.
shows. I mean, Catfish.
Yeah.
And
And I've been there, done that several times.
Gotcha. So, I don't know. I guess I'm old school when it comes to that. I'd rather meet you face to face.
Well,
I'd
I
rather
think,
go ahead.
yeah, but there's steps to it. Like, I think that the texting comes before the meeting or the email, whatever. The non in-person interaction gets you to where you decide if you want to have the in-person interaction.
But then now we're coming up with a solution then. So, should it be easier for us to non-person first? Like we should, if I see someone in the grocery store and I think that she's amazing, should I go to the cashier and have the cashier to announce it in the store that the lady in aisle 6 is beautiful? I'm saying, like, because that's my non-way.
I don't know where that would go.
Yeah, because especially if it's a bunch of women in aisle 6. But that's my non-way of communicating so I can break the ice.
Well, that's the thing, though. Like, if you see someone in person and you're not obviously going to have their number, right?
Right.
You don't have a way of contacting them other than going up to them in person.
I'll tell you what we did as kids. We wrote a note.
Oh, I know. Check yes or no.
Check yes or no.
Uh-huh.
Do you like me?
Right.
Yes or no.
Yes.
But
You could do that. We could bring that back.
yeah, I'm thinking about it. That may work because it won't be taken disrespectful. It's just
True.
It's just a question,
Right.
which I shouldn't say. Do you like me? I should say
I like you.
I think you're attractive. I ain't gonna say I like you
Yeah.
because that can be taken wrong
That's
too.
true. Yeah.
I think you're attractive.
Uh-huh.
If you're okay with me saying that you're attractive, circle.
Check the box.
Yes, right. 'Cause I don't know what to say next. It's kind of it's weird out there.
But see, I don't know if are we beyond repair already? I mean, can we backtrack? Can we circle back, or is it too late already? And then we got the AI shit coming out, and that's gonna
Yeah,
really
that's a whole nother
mess things
beast.
up.
Well, I mean, we already at some of that stuff is already messed
Out
up
there,
anyway.
right.
Because I know you've gotten a DM with a picture. I'll wait.
Certain body part,
I know you've gotten a DM with all them other
unsolicited.
Yes. So
Why do guys do that?
it ain't just men. Hello,
I understand
it
that.
ain't just men.
Why do people do that?
Oh, people. Okay. I
I
can't
can
really.
only talk from my perspective, which is I get unsolicited. Yeah,
So you get them.
appendages, pictures.
So when I get
I have
one-
in the past. I haven't gotten any for a long time, and I don't want any, so don't send me any.
Amen. The fellas don't send no pictures of anything
No.
to Shelby, okay? If you find her on any social media site, do not send your body parts. Stop it, fellas.
Same thing goes with Nate too, ladies.
Ladies, stop it.
But where did we get like that? Well, the phones really made that a thing because it's instant and you have it right there and you can do it at any time.
Well, it's phones and the next generation, like this younger generation, that's all they focus on.
And the
So
Snapchat makes boom, it goes away.
That is. So it's now it's easier. It's quicker.
But did it make us more focused on that, or were we always focused on that and we just have the access to it now?
Yeah, we were always focused on that. Here's honesty. In my teenage years, yeah, I was always focused on that. I took the time to go through the steps to get it. I'm PG-13 right now. So I took the steps to get it, but I was a teenage boy. Yeah, we're focused on that. It's easy access nowadays. So
So it
they're
just compounds.
yeah,
the
they
issue.
just say, "Hey, I want it," and the girl responding either
Okay,
yes or no.
but I'm 50 freaking years old.
It's different for us.
Yeah.
You can't just say I want it.
Well, but
Or you can.
why at 50 are you still thinking you need to send a pic across
You know, I haven't.
or whatever the women are sending you, which I can only imagine.
I wish I can respond to that for a man because I don't want to touch that. I don't want to touch that.
Okay.
Just men don't send pictures.
Well, you can't just say that to men.
Well, because you know men can lie,
Yeah, everybody can lie.
like Photoshop lie. So I'm trying not.
You think women can't?
Well, yeah, they can.
Yeah. They just send you a picture without their face on it. What you don't know who it is.
Let's just stop sending pictures. Period. Stop sending pictures. I feel like we probably won't be able to return back to older days, but we can come up with a solution where it can be respectful, it can be healthy, and it can be fruitful.
Yeah, I just want to know where the class went. Like,
That start leaving a long.
you can send, like, if you're in a relationship and whatnot, yeah, send pictures. What the hell? Oh, yeah, great. More power to you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ain't there yet, that's classless to me.
You talking about
I'm old school though.
X-rated pictures? Or just
Yeah,
regular
X-rated.
pictures?
No, of course X-rated.
Okay. You can go on their Facebook page and get regular pictures.
Right. That's not what I'm talking about. That's a waste of time to talk about those things.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really know why it's important. Like, I really don't know why. And I wish fellas, I wish I can say I did, but
Well,
I'm
if
a
you're
little
in a
different.
relationship, it's kind of playful. It's but if you're not,
I guess to a certain, like, okay, here's honesty.
uh-huh.
It's me and you, okay? And all y'all. I never went to strip clubs. And the reason why I didn't want to go to strip clubs, because it was a tease for me. If I can't get the real thing,
You don't
I'm
want to
good.
get teased.
Yeah, so I don't.
But
I'm
see,
not-
a lot of people like that tease. I mean, that's just different strokes for different folks. That's all it
Exactly.
is.
To
And
each
that's,
his own.
I mean, yeah.
I've just never
There's
been
nothing
into
wrong with either way.
the teasing. If I'm gonna send you a picture, you're getting a picture, or I'm getting a picture. That's a tease for me. Just come meet me. My address is,
Go ahead.
instead of instead of you sending a picture. And I get the part of relationship and making it, spicy and stuff like that, or building up that tension. Yeah, I ain't
Right.
talking about that, but
Right.
yeah, I don't want to be teased.
Huh.
Different strokes.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I just never. I'm different in that.
Well, I'm sure there's other people like that.
I believe so.
I don't think you're the only one.
I hope so. I believe so. Because I don't know. It's not gratifying for me.
Yeah.
However,
So, okay, because I know you've gotten them. So when you get a
Yes.
picture, what's your initial reaction?
I open it.
Honestly. Well, of course you open it. Of course you do. Who the hell ain't gonna open it?
I open it. I look, and I may look twice, and then I'm like, what is this going to do? Like, are you telling me something? Are you
advertising?
right? Are you insinuating that you're on your way? Like, what's what's the end game? I don't know. I get it, and I kind of look at it. I've gotten videos. I watched the whole video.
Oh, wow.
Another conversation. I'm
Yeah.
telling on myself all the way through. But after that, then it's like, then what? What's next? So I've never been a big advocate of that, because if it's not the full thing, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it goes
good.
back to what you just said.
Yeah. I'm not. the healthy part of it is if we're dating or if we're, interacting in that way and we're building up to it, I got it. But that's not a way to get me, like me personally.
Yeah, out the gate.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Yeah, me neither. That doesn't do anything for me at all. I just sit there and go, really?
and you can see
Really?
parts on TV, you can see parts. It's people walking around half naked.
Right. But for me, I think it is like if you can't read me and see that ain't my thing, that picture just seals the deal that ain't my thing.
Well, how can they read you up front? Like it Shelby, I can
No,
say it's hard to read you.
What?
It's hard to if a person don't have discernment, they can't read you. If a man don't have discernment, there's no way possible he can read the kind of person you are.
If we've had a few conversations, you sure as hell should be able to tell that I'm old school, classy broad, and I ain't about the pictures.
He got to have a few conversations to know that.
Some people just don't give a what
That's
you
true.
are, and they send you whatever they want because they think they're so impressive.
That's true too. That is true. That is true. But a lot of people won't pick it up off the first conversation.
Well, I'm not talking the first conversation. I haven't gotten any off the first conversation. Lord have mercy if I got it off the first conversation. Damn. I haven't gotten them off the first conversation. I've gotten them off of a few conversations.
Oh, I've gotten a couple of first conversations.
Okay, well that's just a hoe. That's all that is.
That's just
They're just looking for one thing. That's all.
Okay. All right. So if a guy,
in my opinion, that is my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have to be right, and it doesn't have to be everybody's. That's my opinion.
This is just Shelby.
Yeah.
Got it.
They're after one thing, and that's
Mm-hmm.
great. If
Just
that's
not
what
from
you
you.
want. Yeah. But
Got
I've
it.
never gotten one right off the bat.
Okay. Well, I believe that there are men out here that will take the time. Because if you met Shelby in person, like she's a sweet. She's blunt. She's definitely authentic and real, but she's sweet.
Yeah, there ain't a fake thing about me.
Nothing at all. But she is sweet. So men that struggle in their identity would feel intimidated around you. And I say that to you 100% as a friend because you can be intimidating to a man that just wants someone to bow down to them. Yeah. Because you don't come off as though, oh, I'm finna bow down to you, buddy. Yeah, that's not your makeup.
No, I would agree with that. Why are we talking about me now?
This is all you.
No, I would agree with that. But if you get to know me, you would know that I appreciate a man that's in charge. And I want to be led.
Gotcha.
But you have to gain that respect.
They have to get to know you.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But they don't want to. If you're already struggling as a male, if you're already struggling in your identity up front, yeah, you're not going to take the time to get to know a woman that is definitely confident, that is for sure about herself.
I'm really not confident.
You really are. Like you really
I am about
are.
certain things, but yeah, there's certain things I'm really not.
Well,
but anyways, let's
whatever
not
that
talk about
certain
me.
thing
We're not
is.
going to talk about me anymore. We're just going to move on to general public.
Well, this is female and male.
Yes.
All right.
Right.
So for you, what do you think women should do in opening up to just receiving a regular compliment?
Well,
Your opinion.
don't go out with the attitude that everyone's trying to get something from you.
Okay.
That would be my approach. That's what I do. I don't go out there thinking everyone's trying to get something from me or harm me in some manner.
Okay.
But I'm different. I'm a peculiar bird. So, I mean, I would just encourage them to try and take that outlook and understand there are cringy people out there. It doesn't matter where you go or what sex they are. They're cringy.
Cringy. I love this word.
But it doesn't mean everybody fits in that box. And the majority of people, I don't think, fit in that box. So don't keep trying to put everybody in that box. Now, when they show you themselves and they show you how real they are and they are cringy, then yes, you absolutely put them in the box, seal that box, and ship it off to Madagascar or something else. But
You said ship it. Oh my God.
but just relax, just chill.
Got it. Got it. Ladies,
But if your spidey senses go off, then don't chill because you got to pay attention to your spidey senses because your spidey senses tell you things.
Spidey senses?
Your discernment,
Okay.
your gut,
Spidey senses. Got it.
and it goes both ways.
I was just about to say, for the men, I want you to take that same advice in what Shelby just said and just relax. If it's a comment and you feel that she's clamming up from a comment, pull back.
Yeah, or you can say, I'm sorry if that offended you. I mean, we can all say we're sorry, can we not? Or do those words not come out?
No, you know, sorry don't work anymore.
Well, it should. It's part of
should.
the English language, so use it.
It don't work anymore. People are ready to sue you.
Well, that's because the lawyers drummed all that crap up so they could keep getting paychecks and,
No.
lawsuits. Yeah,
all
whatever.
that.
Anyways,
However, men, you can relax. You can relax. You can make a regular conversation. You can have a healthy conversation. Like if you're in a park and you see a woman sitting on a park bench, she's just chilling, and you say, "Hey, how you doing today? You enjoying this day? It's a beautiful day outside." If you think or feel as though she's either pulling away or she don't want to be bothered, you'll sense it.
yeah.
That
That's
spidey
your
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll sense it. Cause she'll give a
Look.
motion, a look.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and just pull back. You don't have to be disrespectful with it, but just pull
Absolutely
back.
not. There's no reason.
Pull back. Because I think some men, when we get our feelings hurt, we're ready to disrespect you. Because you didn't take my
Okay, well, disrespect needs to go out the window altogether because that's bullshit.
Well, I mean, if you don't take my pickup line, like
Okay, but put on your big boy drawers for God's sake. And
some men get pissed off. You didn't take my pickup line, and I use the best.
she
pickup
doesn't
line.
have to, and
I
he
agree.
doesn't have to.
I agree.
You do not need to force people into things. That's where we're wrong.
That's where it
Your
goes sour.
attitude is wrong.
It goes left right
And
there.
like I said, you might get your teeth kicked in or throat punched into next week,
There it is.
and that would be a deserving consequence.
There it is, fellas. So don't get throat punched.
But
Just-
you can't force somebody to like you.
Mm.
You can't force somebody to reciprocate anything. Nobody owes you a dang thing, which should make you appreciate the ones who give you stuff more because nobody owes you anything.
Come on. Wow.
And if we appreciated each other more, then we wouldn't have to worry about the disrespect and the other crap.
That is a big one. We have to appreciate people more, the human race more.
Yeah.
Just people. It's okay for a male or female to just say thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate
And
it.
that's it. You're over and done with. No more. It's done. Yeah. And you were nice and they were nice. And I always say, if you went into it with the right convictions and you went into it with the right intentions, then what do you have to worry about? If that's where it's coming from, you got nothing to worry about. In my opinion, that's how I live life. If I went into it with the right intentions, which I do for the most part, actually, honestly, all the time. But anyways,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I get crapped on sometimes, but that's okay. That's just part of life.
Wow. You know,
Life is not perfect. It's not pretty and it's not fair. So get over it.
so true. So I was in line. My daughter and I, we were together yesterday, and we were at a restaurant, and there was some people behind us. And this is where it kind of threw me off. The people that was behind us, I asked. We were in a drive-through. I asked the lady, "Hey, how much is the bill for
Order
the people
behind.
behind us?" And we went ahead and paid the bill, and we got up to the window, and the lady was blowing the horn.
Uh-huh.
And so I kind of pulled off to the side, and she was like, "Why did you do that?"
Instead of being appreciative.
Yeah.
See, but we think everybody's intentions are terrible.
I was like, "Ma'am,
Just trying to bless your day.
that's it." So I felt like crap
Right.
because I purchase her
something
meal.
nice. And that's why we don't want to do nice things anymore.
Yeah.
Because we've been told that everybody's out to get us. Everybody is out to do something. No one has pure intentions anymore. No one has a good heart. No one has anything but evil intentions. And that's not true.
That is a ploy from the enemy, and I cancel that assignment. We can have pure intentions. We
do.
Yes, and we do. And we can just live this life without being all uptight, being all frustrated and aggravated and this and that. I mean, it's weird. I think we just got to spread that kind of love everywhere, see where it goes. Starts with you, Shelby.
It starts with us. Yes, it does.
No, I'm putting you first.
Well, I already do it, so you can
Yes.
just deal with it because that's the way it is.
I do appreciate the kind of woman that you are. I've saw men. We work together in a ministry, and I've saw men look at you in that way, and you're not, like, what are you looking at? Like you just kind of be you, and that's a good thing. I mean, you're not.
I don't get offended.
At
It doesn't
all.
offend me. No.
At all, and that's such a great thing.
Now, if you act out of left field, then I will.
And of course, you put them in their place.
But yes, if it
Oh, I'm sorry.
it has to escalate for me to react,
I'm sorry.
and then I will react. But yes, I know you've seen me,
Yes,
and
you
you've
will.
also heard things that I say that.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So the good part about it, ladies and gentlemen, if we can, let's just chill out. In the words of Shelby, calm down, chill. Take a chill pill, man, and just relax.
Yeah, just don't jump to the conclusion that people are having poor intentions. I think we have to remember that not everybody has bad intentions.
That's right. And if they say, hey, you're nice, or you're nice looking, or you're beautiful,
Just say
thank
thanks.
you.
Yeah,
That's it.
and just appreciate it.
That's it.
And
Male or female?
move on. Everybody move on.
Male or female?
Right. Absolutely.
Women can make comments to a man, and don't think she want to get in your pants all the time either, brother. If she say, hey, you smell good, just take the compliment.
Right. Yeah.
That's it. Walk off.
Yeah.
Stop saying, hey, baby, what you want to do later.
Right.
Oh, she just said that
don't
you're
jump
nice.
to that conclusion.
Right.
Yeah.
So men, same thing.
Take it at face value, people,
There you go. We're going to work this thing.
instead of overthinking,
That's it. So,
which I do all the time.
so listen, this has been Word of Mouth Podcast with Nate and Shelby, man. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
Yes. Love you. Have a blessed day.